God, please tell me I'm not out of focus again. Okay, I'm in focus. You guys can see me clearly, right? Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is a really sensitive topic that I didn't think I was going to make a video of. So this week or last week, it's been a week, basically. I've been getting a lot of threats. I've been getting a lot of just hate mails, if you will, DMs, Instagram, Twitter, and a lot of Facebook. You all need to understand that I am not on Facebook, okay? So you could say all the crap you want to say on Facebook, but if somebody doesn't screenshot it to me, there's no way I'm going to see it because I am not on Facebook. So anyway, to cut the long story short, because a really long story, but I'm going to try and break it down for you into a story time. Let's start with I got assaulted by the authorities. When I say authorities, I mean the police. I was assaulted. I was literally they were literally beating me up. Some of my people had to put me, like, had to try and remove some of the officers. I'm talking about, like, this were a lot of officers. Like, there were like 20 policemen. They all circled around me and they were beating me up, literally. So why this happened is I am an activist, and particularly I am more, you know, into abused cases. I abuse survivors and anything circling abuse, because it's very personal to me. And so there's this stance to rally. I don't know if you know about it. It's to domesticate the VAPP Act. The VAPP Act is Violence Against Persons Prohibitions Act. The Senate passed the bill in 2015. However, it hasn't yet been domesticated. So we wanted to hold a standstill rally in the House of Assembly. All of us, there were 8 northern states, Yobe, Borno, 8 northern states that were supposed to do it at the same time, right? So Sokoto was one, and I happened to be the leader of Ariyomitu movement in Sokoto. So as we were trying to mobilize people for this standstill rally, because it's for good cause, we're just trying to do that. If the act is domesticated, everybody is covered, right? If you report this case, this person, if it's a rape case, the person gets life imprisonment. There's a punishment for every sex offender. So it's a really, really good thing. I'm very passionate about it, right? So I think a few days to a week or so to the rally, there was rumors springing up that, the standstill rally, the normal standstill rally is about LGBTQ community. We're trying to basically promote the LGBTQ community. That is what we are trying to do in hindsight. That is literally what we are trying to do, but we are covering up under gender-based violence. So when I had this rumor, like any sane human will, I explained it to the people in the group, and I used a voice note to explain this because I didn't want anybody to misunderstand. I tried to explain that this is a movement. It is not an NGO. It is not a business owned by one particular person. It's a movement. All of us come together, that all of us that are particular about trying to eradicate abuse come together, and we fight towards this cause. That is what the movement is about. If you join us now, you become Ariyomitu movement. It's not owned by one particular person. So I challenge anyone to go. That was what I said to them. I was like, go to the Ariyomitu page and the North Normal page. Check out the tweets. Check out everything. And if you actually happen to see anything that promotes LGBTQ or that promotes any other cause, please do send it to me. I would very much appreciate seeing that. Obviously, evidently nobody could do that because they are known, right? But rumors continue to sprang up on Facebook, a lot of it, and majority of people in Sokoto primarily use Facebook. So that was a huge issue for us. I would get attacked when I'm going. I would just get I was driving from the doctor's office, and they nearly bashed my car completely. They threw stuff at me. They were calling me a lesbian. They were throwing stuff at me. They were saying they'll be at the end of me. And fast forward to, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. Before the rally, a lot of rumors that we didn't follow the right procedure for the rally. No, we did actually follow the right procedure. I want to make that very, very clear. Okay. House of Assembly, we sent them letters twice. The first letter we sent them was to tell them that the rally was going to hold in October, it was going to hold in October, but it got rescheduled to November, right? So we sent them the first letter. The second time that we were going to do, we didn't actually go back to that letter because we didn't want to have any issues. We sent them another letter, and then we sent the police commission's office letter for the rally. We sent DSS letter. All of these people told me that yes, we've got you. But apparently there was something fishy going on, because the rally was supposed to hold on Monday, which it did. Irrespective of how it went, it actually did happen, so alhamdulillah. So the rally was supposed to hold on Monday, like I said. So on Sunday I tried to call all the officers. I called many people. I called everybody, really. I started by calling the DSS to confirm, and they were like, yeah, we've got you. I told them about the threats that we've been getting. I told them about the insults, all of this, even though we actually try our best to. Whenever comes to the group, I'm like, actually we need an explanation. We're like, we've explained it, but you know what, you are new here, let's re-explain or resend you the voice notes. We've been doing that. My team have worked tirelessly for this campaign, right? So we did all of that. However, I still call the DSS. I was like, we've been getting threats, we've been getting this. We would really want you all to be aware of what's going on. Please, we need tight security. They explained it to us that yeah, we gotta give you security, all right, but we are the kind of people, we are like silent observers. We just notice things and then we report it. The police really are the ones that are going to be there. Yeah, we are going to be there too, but we need them too. So I called the police that Sunday, but they did not pick my call because apparently it's Sunday. So around 6:30 I called because I got a lot of messages from my teammates when I was asleep, and then the whole night was chaotic. So I picked the call. So I immediately called the police. I was trying to tell the person, I was like, what's up? Because last time you submitted this letter, you told us that we've got your support and that you are going to send your men. So, but now we've been getting a lot of threats and we've been getting a lot of other issues, and people are saying blah 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 about the rally, and that's not what the rally is about. This is really what the rally is about, and we've sent you this. They were like, no problem. Just that the commissioner of police travel, but you should come today and you should get your signed statement and you should go with your men that will be mobilized. We came to the office since 8:30. We were left there in the police commission till after 10. After 10, literally. We're just bringing us along. Yes, they showed us the letter that he's actually stamped it. The commissioner has left us, has stamped the letter. We went to the DC operations office so that he could mobilize these people, and then they told us that the DC operations is back to the commissioner's office, so we had to go back to the commissioner's office. Apparently the commissioners told the PA to waste our time because that's what he was told to do. Do you get? I hope you're with me on this, all of this. So basically, the police commissioner was literally wasting our time the entire time. He had no intention of giving us his men. But when he saw that we were becoming too impatient, he was like, you know what, you all should go. You all should go. The people, the officers that we've mobilized for you, they are going to join you right away. In fact, they are going. They even showed us a car and everything. I'm like, cool. So we went ahead to leave, and upon getting there, we saw the DPO of Gwiwa station in Gwiwa district, and they've been chasing our guys around. They've been bashing, because there are people that were coming for the rally, and then they were literally bashing them around. They were threatening them that they cannot stand there, they cannot do this, they cannot do that. So I went and I told them, I was like, what's up, please, I would like to speak to the person in charge. The person was like, it's a DPO. I was like, oh yeah, please, could I speak to him? We spoke gently. I told him that this is what happened. I explained everything to him. In fact, I tried calling the PA to the commissioner to tell him, because he said we should come. This DPO was telling me that the police commissioner literally sent him here to not allow the rally to hold, because apparently it's a LGBT promotion thing. I was like, that's not what I heard, but let me dial it up. So I was trying to call. This guy literally thought I was recording thing. He was, no, there's no recording. He literally jumped and he was really startled. I was like, back off. This is just me trying to call the person that you said called you, or the PA to the person. So please dial it down a notch. Anyway, I did that, but the PA did not pick because obviously it was a ploy. Okay, so they said we should leave, right? We left there because it was in front of State House of Assembly. We left the place. We went like we were the same lane as the place. We were almost 100 feet away from the place and also opposite the place, so we weren't nowhere close. I was at this point I was obviously pissed for all the reasons because we followed every procedure, but these people they've literally tried their best to squander the movement, not seeing the good effect that this could do to them, not seeing anything, all the work that we've done. They literally did not see any of that. But before I actually even proceed to telling you this, to what I'm going to tell you, on that Sunday, I got a call from the Sokoto State House, the Sokoto State government. The person was like, my principals were worried about this. Is SA youth. His name is Nafiu Basakwache something. He called me. He was like, he wanted to talk to me about this. He wanted me to explain what RMT movement is about and what the rally is about. So I've been explaining my entire life. Oh, hey. See, it felt like all I've been doing in my life is explaining what this thing is about. I still sat down. It was on the phone. I still sat down right here on my bed, right? I sat down, I explained everything from how we started to the coming of this rally. I explained everything to him. And then this guy was like, oh, this is a really good cause. It's a really good cause, but I would. So I was like, if your principals are having problems with it, why don't you, considering they've listened to these people that said we're trying to promote LGBTQ in Sokoto State, why don't they call us and hear our side of the story, right? Because I mean that's how it works. Even in a courtroom, you hear this person's side of it, and you hear this person's side, and then you decide which right calls to follow. So I was like, why don't we do that? Why don't you allow the audience for us to talk about this? And then he was like, okay, you know what? That's a good idea. Let me call you back. I waited for this guy to call me back. He called me back after an hour and a half or so, and he was like, yeah, about that. You know, I really tried to explain it to them and have it, but they're not really up for it. And no, some of the I explained. I understand that it's a good cause, but they don't want to understand it. So I think it's safer for you to just back off and not just do it really. I'm like, are you kidding me? So you're telling me it's safer? It's safer for people to continue to get abused. It's safer for people to continue to get raped. It's safer for people for pedophiles to roam freely in our street. Is that what safer means to you? Just so you don't want to disrupt the culture and upset some people? The VAPP Act is pretty straightforward, and you know what we're trying to fight for. This is just the domestication of this act, which is in your favor. Dude hung up. Still hasn't called me back. That night, some jabbering individual from Sultanate Council called me. This guy was literally just trying to understand whether or not we have the security that we need, because he was like, it's been said that it's illegitimate rally, and what are they calling it? The police have no idea, DSS have no idea, and the House of Assembly have no idea. I'm like, no, please, we do. So immediately I said that, and because I explained this explanation all over, I explained to him what the rally is about too, and then this guy was like, you know what, I understand, it's a very good cause, blah 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 blah, but we'll give you time to talk about it when it's safer. They kept using the safer. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Do you know the rate of people that have been abused in this town? I mean, I grew up in this town, and there was some ignorant person that was telling me that the rate of there are very low abuse rates in Sokoto State, and it's not a profound number enough for us to actually do a stance rally. I was like, are you kidding me? I grew up in this town. I know what I'm talking about. I've never been raped before, alhamdulillah, but I was sexually abused, molested. I was domestically abused all before the age of 18, and I freaking live in this town. This is what I'm talking about. I know a lot of people that this have happened to. This is not something that is particular to me. Okay, so this is a very, very personal cause to me, and I know what I'm talking about. So please don't bring your ignorant mouth talk to me about abuse when you have no idea, when you're sitting on your patriarchal pedestal. Okay, so please keep it at that. Let's just respect each other. Anyway, this guy was saying that it was safer to not disrupt the said culture. I was like, that is, I know at that point, after I finished explaining to him and he understood what I was talking about, but still went ahead to say that, I was like, okay, no problem. Thank you very much. And I hung up. So immediately after that, he called the police and DSS. His people that put him to call us, they were there listening to him. That one, they just wanted to disrupt the commissioner. They wanted to call the commissioner. So they literally told everybody. They told everybody, literally, that would listen to them, and they have the upper hand, right? Because they are in the government. These are people that have high stakes in the government. These are people that could collaborate. These are people that that have money. These are people that pay people to do stuff. So they are pretty high up there, and we as people, we're just regular citizens without any godfather. In fact, even the guy that was like, if you have a godfather, the Jibri person, you have a godfather in this town that would stand up for you, I think that would help aid the rally. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because of what? Are you mad? Are you mad? I didn't say that thing, but in my head, that was what I was thinking. And honestly, thank God for growth, because I did not insult any one of them. I'm really happy about it. Honestly, I've grown. So they basically went around town telling everybody that would care to listen. Even if you don't care to listen, they even told them that we are going to do a party at Grand Ibro Hotel for welcoming the LGBTQ community. We are going to start with a grand opening in Grand Ibro Hotel, and then afterwards on Monday we are going to do that promotion of LGBTQ in front of House of Assembly. They told everybody that, and then they now left and tell everyone that would care to listen that I'm a lesbian. That is what I am. I'm a lesbian, and that is why I'm here to pollute their people. I'm here to pollute everybody. Just because of this act, just because of VAPP Act, how VAPP Act, Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, it's been translated into promotion of LGBTQ rights in Sokoto is beyond me. Fast track to when they told us to leave the House of Assembly. Sorry, I had to do a little detour. So we left the place, and I was telling my guys, you know what, we've taken our pictures, let's just leave the entire summer, because this happened in summer. I was like, you know, let's just leave the entire summer, let's just go, we can't take pictures, all right, because we believe in this cause. And then they paid everybody to not come, because we were 150 people in that group. Just 7 people came. I think, well, even 7, I think we were 7. Only 7 people came. 7. It's either they scared them off or they paid some of them off. That is literally what happened, right? So, and aside of the formation of character that these people did for everything, we were just walking. I'm telling you, these are like, they brought a lot of officers. Like they brought out every police officer that's in Sokoto, and they deployed him to that place. Literally, and we were just 7 of us. So I was walking, because we were just walking. We didn't even come with any vehicle of ours. We were just walking, trying to leave Samarot, and then these guys came to us. It's like they got a phone call or something, because they were at the House of Assembly, and we weren't even there. They got a phone call or something. All of them just started coming towards us, and we were like, okay, what's happening? So I was like, you know what, guys, you know, I was telling my people, you know what, guys, let's just go. We're not doing anything. We're just walking past it. We're not saying anything. We're just walking. So just keep your head down. Let's go. And then these police officers just came out. They just literally came at us. They took out our placards. They were tearing them out, and then they were telling me to give them my phone and my banner. Because I was holding a banner, but it was folded up. Like the banner was literally folded up close, because we were literally walking to leave the place. They were like, I said, no, I am not giving you the banner. That was when all of them circled around me to beat me up. If not because of the 2 muscular people in that members, they would have torn me apart, because Atlasis was there, Chijoki was there, and they are a lot muscular. So they were literally removing them off of me. They beat me up. When I came back home, I could barely do anything. In fact, I had to go to the hospital straight from there, a little bit after. And then they arrested one of my guys for filming the entire attack, because he was filming everything that. How do you say? Literally, look at this. Our shirt says say no to violence, right? That is what our shirt says. The authorities, the irony in this is that the authorities are the ones attacking us. They are literally beating us up. They arrested one of my guys for no reason, just because he was filming what they were doing. Because, you know, remember when that DPO told me that, no phones allowed, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so that happened, and they took him. And they wanted to release him until we until he deleted that thing. So they took his phone, deleted the video, and then when two of my guys, that's Abdulaziz and Chido, went to get him, they detained them too. They didn't release them. This happened around 12. They didn't release them till around 6 o'clock. 6. Now what they did is, aside of defamation of character, they literally got a picture of me from my Instagram wall. They made some, this is Sahel that is promoting LGBTQ rights in Sokoto State, blah 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 blah. They sent it out to a lot of people, a lot of WhatsApp groups, a lot of Facebook groups, so that they could see that this is somebody that's trying to spoil their children. My offense, literally my offense and my team members' offense, is supporting the VAPP Act. It's trying to eradicate violence. But you know what? I don't even blame some of these people, because ignorance, they say, is a really difficult thing to maneuver around. Also, you know, there are a lot of people within this clan that tried their best to see that they hurt us and threaten us. And there are a lot of them that majority of their siblings, majority of their uncles, majority of their aunts, all of these people are abusers. So how would they even support the act that is how would they support an act that is going to protect the underdog, when these people could literally go to jail for abusing other people? Because the VAPP Act covers even emotional abuse, physical abuse, economical abuse, every type of abuse there is for all persons. So the thing is, they know that their people, they know that their family and friends, the people close to them, these are people that are abusers. So how are they going to support something that is literally going to put them in danger? Because think about it, if a rape case, if reported with evidence, right, when you go to the doctors and they've confirmed that you've been raped by this particular person, do you know what you get? You get life imprisonment, boo. So if your uncle or your aunt gets life imprisonment, I mean, it affects you, don't it? So I understand why they wouldn't want to support this act. I understand it, honestly, but the utter defamation of character, I didn't even say anything about this when they were doing it, because I was just like, I feel sorry for you to be that ignorant. I feel sorry that the only way you feel better about yourself is to defame somebody's character, somebody that is trying to promote a good cause. I feel sorry for you. You are no, it's not me, honey. It's you that is the problem. That is all I was going through. That was going through in my mind. But these people went so far as to create Facebook pages for just passing on my picture. There's a picture that I took against a wall that has a rainbow strip on it. Like, it was a long time ago, and then they were using it to say, oh, this is a girl that's been promoting LGBTQ rights in Sokoto State. It is in this same Sokoto State that Almajiris are being raped. I spoke to one guy that that 3 Malams took turn to rape him. All the time. Like, there are 3 Malams in their Islamic school, they take turn to rape the boys all over again. Aside of that, these little boys will work for them because they are literally like slaves to them. Do you get? They will work, they'll get food, they'll bring it to them to eat and their families to eat too. And then they'll rape these boys at night. Yet I'm the problem. My team is the problem for saying, let's domesticate this act. I even heard one of the ignorant one of them on a phone call saying, yeah, how could we support something that is, of course we know what she's trying to do, but look at her telling women to have voice, to voice out when they are being raped. How can we have that insubordination and disobedience in our culture? How can we allow for that to continue? I literally had him say that. How can we allow for that to continue? How disrespect? And if it's our sister or something, how can somebody marry her or marry her, or how can we marry her off when she's voiced out that she's been raped? Literally, I had this person said all of this was in house, of course, and you know what they did? They don't pay the media houses, because we spoke to a few media houses. They paid the media houses, and some of them that they couldn't bribe, they told them, oh, she's a lesbian. No, we've been known for a very long time, so she's a lesbian. And if you actually do this, because I mean, I'm telling you, these are people that have, you know, that have, you know, high stakes in the government. These are high people that are high profile. So literally, they would listen to them. Who would listen to a little old me, a little girl, just a little girl who has no backing of anybody, is just trying to help her community and my team. We're just really trying our best. We're just very regular people. We are nobodies in this town. We are nobodies. So when the people that are somebodies in this town talk to these people, get to bribe the commissioner, get to bribe the police, get to bribe everybody, get to bribe the media houses, what do we have left? So I was like, you know what? I have me. I have my audience. I have YouTube, I have Instagram, and I have Twitter. I have the people that follow me, and I'm going to spread this message, and I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to shut up about it. They want to defame my character, they can go right ahead to do so, but not at the expense of any child or anybody continuing to get abused in the States. No, I'm going to voice out, and I'm just beginning. This is just the beginning of voicing out, okay? Please help me spread this message. Share it to anyone that you know. Share it to everybody that you know. Because literally, we were being assaulted. I was being beaten up. The police were beating me up for just standing against violence. They are violently beating me up. Do you see the irony in this? Sponsored by the high-profile people in the Sokoto state. Even though they know what the VAPP Act is. Because why? Because of what? Just because they know that if this act is domesticated, it's going to affect all of them. Majority of them are going to go to jail, but honey, they don't want that, right? So they're shutting me up. Paying media houses or telling other media houses that I am promoting LGBTQ rights in Sokoto. You know, I even told them, I was like, are you kidding me? Are we very unstrategic? That if we want to actually promote LGBTQ rights, would start with Sokoto State. Is it that we don't have sense, or you think all of us think the way you think? Because honey, if I want to promote LGBTQ rights, I wouldn't start in Sokoto. There are a lot of places that I would start. Okay, I could start in Lagos, for instance. Okay, but definitely not Sokoto. Sokoto would be the last place I would think of. Because why the hell would I? Am I mad? Is this Sokoto State? You are already dumb. Okay, so I am not going to bring, if I was going to promote LGBTQ rights, I won't be unstrategic. God has given me the brilliance to think enough strategy as to not start in Sokoto State. I hope that is clear. And are you having problems digesting this? Because I know you have a little bit of a learning disability, but you're not a 2-year-old, okay? That has been my week. Literally, it has been my week. It has been hell. It has been a lot of threat to my family members. It has been a lot of thing. People are saying they're going to come and get my sister. They're going to come and get my brother. They're going to hurt my brother. They're going to hurt me. They're going to hurt my mom. They're going to hurt my dad. Like a lot of accusations, a lot of threats. I can't even count them on one hand. And all of this coupled with my own personal problem. So you know what? I am hella pissed. So I want you to help me send this message. Share this message to everyone. Share this video with everyone that you know. Yes, Nigeria is as corrupt as it gets. Even the police. I think everybody knows that the police collect bribe, right? It's a very common thing that you can just pay them with anything. I mean, if you have 15 naira, you can buy anybody. 15 naira, you can buy the police. 15 naira. But I refuse. I refuse to do that. And I will not pay anybody. Because I know what I'm promoting. What I'm promoting is the right cause. And if you doubt it, that's your own problem, honey. That's all the explanation I've got. Oh, and how they keep saying, oh, you know what? Go back to Niger. Go back to Libya. Go back to wherever you're coming from. I am very much Nigerian. But I think it will shock you to know that some Nigerians actually have sense. Considering nobody in your family has sense. And all of you guys are Nigerians. So I can understand the misconception. Because everybody in your family is Nigerian and everybody in your family does not have sense. But there are still a few Nigerians that have sense. And I happen to be one of them. So I understand why you think I'm not Nigerian. Or why you think I don't think like you. Because of course I don't think like you. I would hate to think like you. God forbid, I don't want to think like you. I don't want anybody to have to think like you. Okay, so you want to come at me, you want to continue to defame my character, you want to tarnish the movement. Boo, it's all on you, not me. you're not, literally, I mean, I know who I am, and I thank God for self-awareness. I know who I am. So your defamation, your saying nonsense, is going to back at you. And I am not living there. I'm not going to let this slide, okay? So, I mean, you want to continue defaming my character? By all freaking means, bring it on.